Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 31 of Direwolf20's Let's Play series, where I'd like to introduce you to my occultism room. Hello friends, how are you? So this is going to be... They both have the same XY on them, that shouldn't be the case. I don't think I clicked that one twice, but maybe I did? I don't know, doesn't matter. We're gonna fix it now. So I am making an occultism room for us to do our occultism magic in, because I'm sticking to my theme of we've got warp portals going to the different locations. Cool. So you're set and you are not set. So now let's do that again. To the Britannia room and then out the back. This is where I decided to build it, just because it was easy enough to get to. I really need some kind of blink spell so that I can blink through walls. That would make my life a whole lot easier. Okay, so you are a blank warp scroll, so I'm just gonna recorded. Nice. Okay, now over here, which is roughly the center. I made this room a little big because I remembered that you're going to want a decent sized area for all the different occultism rituals that you might want to do. So I made sure to make this this room pretty large. And then I got my jar because I remembered correctly, and then that. And then poof, home. Nice. Okay, cool. And then down here, we're going to want our next room. Beautiful. And then an item frame with an occultism item on it. Okay? And that's going to be our occultism room. Nice. How cool is that? I love it. I always loved the idea of like a portal room like this where you can teleport to all your different locales. And I always try to do something, well, I don't want to say I always try to do something. I occasionally try to do something that is neat looking, right? So I went with soapstone because it was like a little bit of a darker look to it. Ours is like a grayish room. Like, it's not good or bad. Britannia's definitely like a kind of a light and I think it fits the theme of Britannia, right? I'm trying to. And occultism just sounds like, we're summoning demons and binding them to our will. Felt like it should be a darkish room, right? A little bit dark in here, a little bit creepy looking. Maybe some lava at some point. I don't know. Look, I'm not a decorator. If you came to this channel looking for somebody who makes pretty buildings and nice looking things, I am sorry to disappoint. But you are in the wrong location. That is not what Dire's all about. But what we will do today is get into some automation and some cool stuff with sacrificial bowls. These bowls are used to place the items you will sacrifice as part of a ritual, and you will need a handful of them. Note, their exact placement in the ritual does not matter, just keep them within 8 blocks of the pentacle center. So it looks like we're going to need, let's get some more andesite, because that looks like it'll be a good thing to have. So let's put away junk that we don't need, soapstone and polished diorite and all that stuff. We will need our candles and our other stone and our chalk. We will probably need better chalks at some point soon. I think most of the other things in my inventory I kind of want. So let's stick with it. What I will get is some andesite. Did I use up all my blackstone? That's funny. I didn't think that I did, but I guess that I did. Is that what it was? No, it's soapstone is what it was, right? Soapstone. Boy, they look similar, don't they? And there's some occultism. Nice. So now we can use that to get the sacrificial bowl. Let's just get a bunch of them, because I remember needing a lot. And then we can get a few golden sacrificial bowls while we're at it. Let's just start with like, I don't know, 5-ish. And that'll be a good start to whatever it is we're doing here. And what we do is... This is how we activate it, the golden one. Usually with the Book of Binding. And then to do our first ritual... Requires red entry, first ritual. There we go. Now we're cooking. So this is going to be a multi-block setup. Generally, these pages will walk the gentle reader through the process of the first ritual step by step. We start by placing the golden sacrificial draw and drawing the appropriate pentacle AVR's circle as seen on the ground around it. Only the color and location of the chalk marks is relevant, not the glyph or sign. So when you place chalk on the ground, it just makes a random pattern, so it doesn't matter which one you do. Next, place at least 4 sacrificial bowls close to the pentacle. They must be placed anywhere within 8 blocks of the central sacrificial goal. The exact location does not matter. So we need at least 4. Possible locations for the sacrificial bowl are shown here, but remember you only need 4. Okay. Placing ingredients. Now it is time to place the ingredients you see on the next page in the regular, not golden sacrificial bowls. The ingredients will be consumed from the bowls as the ritual progresses. So we're going to need raw copper, iron, gold, and silver. So raw, I've got gold, I've got copper, I've got silver. I've been purposely kind of hanging on to some of these so that because I knew I would need them soon. And I'm pretty sure this will do ore doubling for me. So I could use this mod in place of thermal to do my ore processing, but we'll have to see. A note about ritual recipes. Ritual recipe pages, such as the previous page, show not only the ingredients, but also the pentacle that you need to draw with chalk in order to use the ritual. To show the pentacle, click the blue link at the center top of the ritual page. You can then even preview it in world. Cool. That would be this. Nice. Okay. Nifty. Finally, right-click the golden sacrificial bowl with the bound book of binding you created before and wait until the crusher spawns. Now all that remains is to drop the appropriate ores near the crusher and wait for it to turn them into dust. Sweet. So let's go do it, shall we? I'm ready. So let's pop into our locale. What we'll probably do also while we're here is let's snag this. And I'm sure I have a piece of grass that I can just replace this with. Hey, rude. Okay, so let's go. We've got our chalk, we've got our candles, and we've got our sacrificial bowls ready to go. And we've got our book of binding foliot. Okay, so off we go. So now if we look at the book, which I'm going to put in slot 4 for the time being, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4... 1, 2, 3 from all sides, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to try to stick this kind of-ish in the corner in anticipation of the fact that I'm going to eventually, you know, want more. Oh, see, I already messed it up. Have more of these in here. So we're kind of trying to like be space conscious. So 3 on all sides. And it said if I wanted to, I can do this and visualize it. There we go. Nice. And then these actually get erased because I don't need them. What I need is candles there. And that is complete. Nice. All right. Then we put the bowls anywhere nearby. Doesn't matter. We put the items in the bowls. And then we right-click with this dude. Started summoning of Foliot Crusher. Nice. Okay. And then I think we just chill for a bit. And he'll show up. Oh. He's consuming the ores. Nice. Only the weakest Foliot can be summoned in rituals using this pentacle. Okay, cool. And that would be these guys. I guess this is a list of all the pentacles. Okay, cool. So these are all the multi-block structures. Nice. Okay. And then these are rituals. Magical storage and getting started. Okay, cool. So I think it sits there, it consumes the ore, and then it'll eventually spawn the crusher, right? And we're just going to have to see what kind of ore processing this dude can do. Now, this is the slowest and weakest of ore crushers, so please don't expect a lot from this. But, you know, we'll be able to get something better. Hey, look. Cool. Summoned Foliot ore crusher successfully. Awesome. So if I drop some raw gold for you, am I correct to think that you'll pick it up and process it? Maybe if I don't have a magnet on? And you're there. Slow crusher. I agree. Very slow crusher. Drop the appropriate ores near the crusher and wait for it to turn into dust. I'm assuming that guy works. So there's definitely 4 tiers of it. This is the lowest. Why no crushing though? I wonder if it needs to be like the raw ore? I would hope not. That would make no sense. But we'll find out. Can you accept that, sir? Oh, hello. Yep, that would be it then. He accepts deep slate gold ore, but he accepts gold ore, but he doesn't accept raw gold. That would be the problem, I think. Because I think you can also... Okay. And you can also do this, yes? And then he'll start processing it. But when I gave him one of the raws, he did not. He said no. Okay, cool. Now, do you show me... You don't. Okay. Well, actually, is it this? Crusher Spirit. Here we go. Okay. So, raw Iesnium, it can crush. So it looks like it has to be... Yeah, the block form. Which is kind of meh. The bummer about that is that you're going to do much better with Fortune than you will otherwise. Yeah. Yeah, so like if I do this and give him that, he's just going to drop it on the ground, which means he can't process it. But this, he'll sit there and process. Interesting. All right, so I checked, and the demon should be picking up raw ores. So I think it's a bug in the pack. So I'm going to have to look into that. All right, so I'm going to have to definitely look into getting that fixed because I want to use the crusher for raw ore processing. Because you can get some, I think you can get some pretty high multipliers with it. So I really want to use it, so we're going to get it fixed. I will figure out what's involved in making that fixed ASAP. So that said, the crusher is done. So let's progress through the mod and continue getting cool stuff so that we can be ready to take advantage and have like an even better crusher once the ore dictionary thing is all fixed up. Does that sound cool? Good deal. So we made our first ritual, which means we can now progress towards more and better chalks, or we can take a look at gray particles, what to do when a ritual seems stuck. No items are being consumed. You should see gray particles around the golden bowl. If this is the case, the ritual requires you to either use a specific item or sacrifice a special mob. Cool. Find the ritual in the rituals category and check for instructions. So this is the rituals category. Okay, good. So that's good to know. About spirits. That's something also good to know. Return to getting started. Ooh, that's cool. I like that. That's neat. Is this like a chapter? I don't think it is over here. I don't see it. Interesting. Spirit, commonly referred to as demon, is a general term for a variety of supernatural entities. Cool. There are 4 major ranks of spirits, but there are a myriad of spirits below and between these ranks, and some greater entities with terrible power are referred to as greater spirits. The Foliot, which is what we just identified or just summoned, is the lowest spirit. Some level of intelligence, a little bit of power, but they're pretty much minor demon type things. Jinn, I think, is the second tier. Great variety of Jinn, differing both in intelligence and power. Okay. Afrit is, I think, the third tier. Even more powerful than Jinn. Afrit are used for creation of major artifacts in the possession of powerful beings. And then the Marid is the strongest. Like I said, it's kind of like a 4-tier, if I remember correctly. That's pretty cool. And then there's greater spirits, which is, I think, something that we'll get into. So one thing to note about spirits is they will eventually decay, and we can see this happening with the Crusher Spirit we have here. His current decay point is 6%. Now, it did say you could heal them by giving them Demon Fruit, but I don't know if that works necessarily on these guys. I think heal versus repair their decay is a different thing. So just be aware that eventually, I think this causes them to be despawn, but the higher tiers last longer, and it might even be possible to make them last forever, but I'm not 100% sure. So let's look into better chalk, and then we can make better rituals. So let's start with golden chalk and then purple chalk. So we're going to need crushed endstone and crushed obsidian. So let's get some obsidian, let's get some endstone. And we're going to need some more otherworld ashes. Pretty sure I can just give you, and that should be cool. And he'll handle the crushing for me. And then since I'm here, I might as well get my netherrack reset up. So let's do that. Let's see, where should I put that? Maybe just stick it in the corner. Sure, that fits for me. And then you, and then flint and steel. Beautiful. Love it. Okay, and then you're doing your thing. So let's get all the... Oh, it looks like he doubles it. Nice. That's kind of cool. I'll take one of these out of here. And then we'll do 3 for the obsidian. He really is slow, but trust me, they get better. So if I drop obsidian on the ground, you'll pick that up and do the dust, or no? I'm guessing if he doesn't pick it up, it means he doesn't do it. Which is probably a bug. Alright. Occultism chalk. I need obsidian dust, which I can get from that guy, or an enrichment chamber. There we go. Okay, so if we want impure white chalk, 1, 2, and then we can get golden chalk, and then we can get purple chalk. Now, the only other kind of chalk that we might want to get is red chalk, but that requires an Afrit essence, which we need to summon a demon and kill it to get its essence. Okay. And then we can burn these guys to get the good stuff. Now I'm curious if I can repair. What can I use for repairing things? Wasn't there something in ours? One of the book thing, one of the augments that would let me repair stuff with mana. Let's see, armor and perks. Repairing allows the wearer to repair any magical armor or enchanter's item by consuming mana over time. Additional levels increase the speed at which the items repair. This perk applies to all relevant items, not only the item with this perk. Enchanter's item. Do you think that means like any items, or I mean, I'm sure there's other ways to repair things. There's the powered diamond anvil, repair using energy from Cyclic. Magma anvil, repair using liquid magma. Ring of repair, slowly repairs damaged items in the player's inventory, works while in inventory, works while in inventory. Oh, that's kind of cool. And then mending. And then let's try the ring of repair. I would call that a magical-ish mod, right? We can try ring of repair. I don't already have one of these, do I? I think I skipped this one because I was low on emeralds at the time. So it just works while it's in the inventory, right? Let's see, F3H, 101 out of 128. Slowly repairs damaged item in player inventory. Works while in inventory, works in ender chest. 101 out of 128. 341, 61. I guess we'll see. Do I need to like click it or something? I don't know. Keep an eye on it. I'll come back in a minute. If it does anything, I'll let you know. All right, I'm going to try the repair string stuff just to see how this works out. So I'm going to put it in... I'm going to replace my... Drake me on my helmet for a sec just to see what happens. I want it to be tier 3. Now, granted, I can put it in a tier 1 slot, no problem. Okay, so now what are you going to repair? It said magical items, so I guess we'll see. I have no idea. Doesn't look like this guy's doing much. Unless I'm missing something, it doesn't look like he's doing much. Also, did I put the wrong enchant on there? I did. I thought I did the right thing. Okay, now we should have enchant. Ooh, 387. So something got repaired. Wasn't that 383 a second ago? Now I don't know if that's my ring of repair or my repairing on this guy. I don't see mana disappearing though, but now I'm at 389, so that's a thing. 101 still, 58 still. 61 still. So I don't know if that's my ring of repair doing that or my repairing 3 on my helmet. My sword seems to be repaired as well. Maybe the ring of repair is working? 391. So it is slowly going up, like very slowly. But that's okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what this does necessarily. I can't tell if it's doing anything. So I might just leave Drag Me on there. I'll put a tier 1 repair on. Does that sound cool? They're all... Well, I mean, I could put it on my boots for tier 2, but meh. What in the... What is this? Green Choo Choo from Forcecraft. Okay, hello. Yeah? Interesting. Ooh, green Choo Choo jelly. Okay. Neat. Hey, I'll take some slime balls. Sure. So next thing to look at, I think, would be making another ritual. Does that sound like a plan? So I think that's what we're going to do next. So let's figure out which one. So you can get Otherworld goggles. We talked about those a little bit. Infused pickaxe. Beyond Otherworld wood and stone, there are also Otherworld materials that require special tools to harvest. This pickaxe is rather brittle, but it will do the job. These gems, when infused with the spirit, can be used to interact with Otherworld materials and are the key to crafting the pickaxe. To craft the infused pickaxe. Oh, that needs a ritual. Okay, that's fair. Okay. We might want to go that route because that's how we're going to get Iesnium ore. This is a rare metal that, to the naked eye, looks like netherrack and cannot be mined with a regular pick. When mined with the correct tools, it can be used to craft powerful items. Cool. Like netherrack, Iesnium can be found in the nether. We'll need Otherworld goggles to see it. To make searching for it simpler, attune a divination rod to it and right-click and hold in the nether until it highlights a nearby block, which will hold the ore. Okay. So let's look at getting some of this, because like I want to right now focus on progressing and getting the resources that I need. But it looks like Iesnium is how we get into magic lamps, which I think is going to be useful for us. So we're going to want to get the infused pickaxe so that we can get Iesnium. And then if we want, we can get an Iesnium pickaxe. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. There's an AE style storage system in here that I know exists, and that's about it. We'll take a look at that. I played with it many moons ago. We'll see what it's like now. And then there's more rituals, which I guess is what links to this chapter here. So there's rituals and pentacles outlined here. This is the magic storage system, and that looks pretty cool. All right, great. Let's get the infused pickaxe going, shall we? And the otherworld goggles. Crafting the otherworld goggles. Make use of a foliot bound into the lenses. The foliot shares its ability to view higher planes with the wearer. All right, that looks cool. Summoning a spirit into the lens used to craft the goggles is one of the more complex rituals apprentice summoners usually attempt, showing that their skills are progressing beyond the basics. So first off, we have to make a glass lens, which needs an attuned spirit gem. Okay. So let's get... I'm just going to grab 8 diamonds. We're going to attune them. Nice. Okay. And then we can use one of them to make the glasses. And then the other thing we're going to use is make the spirit attuned pickaxe head, because we're going to want to do both of these. Cool. Okay. So with that covered, the next step would be to infuse them. So I need gold and 2 silver, and a book binding of foliot can be used to summon. So I think that's the same book that I had before, right? Did it use my book up when I did it before? I guess it did. So we'll need another book binding of foliot that we can combine with this to make the named book, right? And then we needed silver, silver, and gold. So silver, silver, and gold. Okay. And then we need the ritual is Ezephius's spectral compulsion, which we can see here. And that's going to need stabilizing candles and spirit attuned crystals. Spirit attuned crystals are just 4 of these. So it looks like we're going to need a few more diamonds. Go. And there we go. Cool. So let's get this ritual ready to go. So for this, we're going to need to visualize it. I think we just put it right here. How's that sound? Good? I like the sound of that. And then we need some white chalk. We need some gold chalk. Oh, right. I have to this and this. And then we need some candles and spirit attuned crystals. I made a bunch of candles. There they are. And now we're good. Cool. Then we wanted, again, 4 of these dudes. 2 gold, or 2 silver, a gold, and the spectacles. And then we do that. And that should be cool. Now, I'm pretty sure that I can tick accelerate the centerpiece, because it does take a while to do the summon. Huzzah! Sweet. Infused lenses, which I can then bring home and make a lens frame. And we're good to go. Cool. Slot head. Nice. Now, does that like go into like this head slot? Yeah, it does. Oh my goodness, it totally is trippy. It totally is trippy. How did this get here? I don't even know. We might save this for, because I'm assuming I can do that, right? Yeah. It's not super trippy. It's not super trippy. But I'll save it for when we're ready. Now, in addition to that, we need to get the Spirit Attuned pickaxe, which needs Striger's Higher Binding. So let's look at that. So if we look here, we can see Striger's Higher Binding. That's it. Okay, so that's going to need some purple chalk, and it's going to need more Spirit Attuned gems. So more diamonds are in my future. Now, a lot of these rituals are used for multiple summons. So see all the things we can get with this Striger's Higher Binding? So it's not like it's one-to-one, okay? And that's why I gave myself a healthy amount of room here, because I knew that we would need to have a healthy amount of room for all the rituals that we're going to be doing, right? So let's put this one over in this corner, because this looks like a pretty decent-sized ritual. Okay, so gold. And white chalks. This is the first one that we're doing here that needs purple. And then we've got some candles. Okay. And then 4 Spirit Attuned crystals. Cool. And then this guy. And then remember, the sacrificial bowls can kind of go anywhere nearby. Let's see. The infused pickaxe needs, it looks like 5 in total. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 8 around here. Okay. So now to get the infused pickaxe going, we're going to need 2 sticks and 2 silver. Okay. And then in addition to that, we're going to need the Jinni book, or the Jinn book. Okay. So the Jinn book is made with cactus dye. There we go. And then again, we craft that book with the guidebook to get the named bound book. And then we should be good to go. Okay. Oh, I did make 2 sticks. Good. Good job, me. That should be cool. Nice. Now we're good to go. So now I want to pop into the Nether. Oh, and you know what else I should make? Is that divination rod. That's easy enough to get. Not attuned to any material. So what we should do, make searching for it simpler, attune a divination rod. Shift right click block to attune the rod to the corresponding otherworld block. Andesite, otherworld, otherwood leaves, other netherrack, Iesnium ore. Okay, so shift right click on netherrack. That will attune it to Iesnium ore. And then I want to hold right click to search for Iesnium ore. Cool. So step 1 might be the hardest part, finding netherrack in this mod. Nah, it won't be that bad. But we do have a bit of a run to go. Is that not the right? There's netherrack, it's just, you know, pretty-ish far away. Hey. That'll work. So shift right click, it's now bound to Iesnium ore. Then I do this, and that should show me any Iesnium ore nearby. If there is any. Iesnium ore? Anybody? Any Iesnium ore? Maybe lower down? Then right-click and hold until the rod animation finishes. After the animation finishes, the closest found block will be highlighted with white lines and can be seen through other blocks. Additionally, you can watch the crystals for hints. A white crystal indicates no target blocks found. A fully purple block means the block found is nearby. Mixes between white and purple show that the target is rather far away. Right-clicking without holding after a successful search will show the last found block target again. Okay, so that means it's not too far. Oh, hello. Is that saying that's the direction it's in? Hey, you know what I want to do, though, is put on my goggles. This is silver ore. I'm guessing that that particle effect is leading me towards the block, but I'm not 100% sure. Iesnium ore. Hey, look at that. Cool. So it isn't showing it through blocks, but the particle effect is leading me towards it. That works for me. That's good enough. All right. So let me just trash you real quick. And then what I'm going to do is make sure to use my infused pickaxe to mine the Iesnium ore. Cool. And then I can hold right click, and it'll show me if there's another one nearby. Potentially, it looks like there is. And just right click, and it'll lead me to it. To the one that it most recently found. So it finds one nearby. And then you can right-click without holding, and it'll point you to it, right? Now, if I wanted to, I could totally use my mining laser here. Might not be a terrible idea. And let's put away some stuff I may not need, like my flint and steel, which did get repaired, in fairness. And my pickaxe is getting repaired, so that's cool. So it is repairing. So it's slow, but that's okay. It's free, so... You know, I'm hard-pressed. There we go. Iesnium ore. Found it. So be careful, because obviously netherrack breaks very quickly. So that would be in this-ish direction somewhere. I might want to put you on precision mode. See? Yeah. So the little particle effect there is leading me towards where to go. And the color of the crystal tells me how close we are. So see how it's like more purple now? Almost directly in this direction. Oh, I think that was it. I didn't expect it to be replacing brimstone, but I think that was it. There's another one in this direction. We'll just be a little bit carefuler. A little bit more carefuler. There it is. Iesnium ore. Cool. Okay. That's enough hunting for Iesnium on camera for me. I will now take this home. Looks like there's some below me too. And it's not too far below. So I'm going to take this home now. I'll probably do a little bit more off camera looking for it. Oh my goodness, that's like a node. Look at that. That's a lot. That's cool. Alright. So let's come back in a moment here. Today I learned I can't teleport across dimensions with the force rod. Wah wah wah. That's a shame. Alright, now I can take off these crazy goggles. And clean up my inventory. Look, I got 8 Iesnium ore. Not bad. Alright, so that's a good bit of progression for today. Let's wrap up here. We'll come back next time, and then we can start looking at magic lamps and other rituals that we might want to do. Specifically, the one I'm most interested in accomplishing is the one that's going to let us get ore resources for free, kind of. So, for now, we're at a point. Devil20 signing off. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll come back next time, continue playing with occultism, because I'm having fun. Alright, for now, take it easy.